My name is Jenn, and my body story is about being treated differently at different body sizes. I want to talk about radical weight loss and radical weight gain. My body story is about people treating me pretty differently according to what size I am. And I have been all sorts of sizes, from ambition-fueled anorexia in my teenage years to depression-fueled obesity in my 20s. And then in my early 30s, back the other way. I used all the tactics of my teenage years to stop eating and exercise all the time. And I was skinny again, but there were drawbacks. Men making comments on public transportation, saying scary things, staring at me, sometimes even touching me. I felt super exposed and I missed the invisibility of being fat. In my mid-30s, I moved to Italy. Sounds pretty glamorous, but it was really lonely and really confusing. When you're melancholy for a long stretch of time and living in a state of total joy deprivation, food becomes a very dependable source of pleasure and joy, especially in Italy when everything is so delicious. So I started to gain my weight back, but it came back faster than it ever had before, and even more this time. And I had this sense of futility and sheer frustration, which of course would then swing the other way into sometimes binge eating, because I would just throw my hands up. Well, look, if I can't lose any weight, I might as well eat what I want. And then even more weight would come on. I was totally stuck. I had something called metabolic paralysis, where my body had found this set point and was doing whatever it took to stay right there. But people were really mean about it. I would go into stores and I couldn't find anything that fits me, and the salespeople were really snobby. Couldn't buy jeans, couldn't buy underwear. There was always this one comment that would make my blood run cold. Always delivered with a smile, like it was a compliment. You would be so beautiful if you lost weight. Like my being fat was the only thing that stood in the way of me being a quote-unquote beautiful person. So naturally, I dipped into the rhetoric of fat positivity and started saying, I'm gorgeous, I'm strong, I'm not any different from a thin person, health at every size. And I mostly believed it, except for the part of me that knew it was a defense mechanism, and also knew that I was still totally focused on how I looked, and I was still basing my worth on my body size. And everything changed when I started to get sick. I developed pre-diabetes and a severe sleep apnea. So I realized I had to release my fat positivity and find a doctor who could help me. I put together this whole team, endocrinologists, nutritionists, therapists, anyone who could help me. And we made a lot of radical changes. Over time, built some better habits. So now I'm in my normal body, and I have to admit, I feel a lot better. But I would never talk about how it's better to be average size in this world, even though it does cater to certain body standards, because I don't want to come across as an insensitive, smug, skinny person who's figured out the answers. I haven't. I do my best every day to keep my mouth shut, mind my own business, take care of myself. I mess up at least once a day. But I've been through a lot, and because of that, I know myself much better. I can see the world with much clearer eyes, and I understand a lot more about what other people are going through. And that is a beautiful weight that I hope I never lose.